will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Duggan now to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there on the first play of the game. 62 yards. And with that last reception, we have just witnessed an NFL record. He's gone over 1,964 yards receiving now on the year as he moves past 2012 Calvin Johnson for the most in one season in NFL history. When you think about it, for a league that's been around for over 100 years, that is no small feat. So congratulations to it. From the 9, 2nd and 5. In motion left goes a tight end. To throw is Duggan. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
Hey, Steamer!
Here's Cousins. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A give right side for Gibbs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Stop made there by Brian Asamoah.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Duggan to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Duggan. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's right. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Duggan looking to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And in for the Lions touchdown. Brock Wright, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The Vikings had 2-12 in what has been a tough year. And whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
Well, you know what they often say, winning breeds winning, but unfortunately, the flip side of that can be true.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. You look at this defense for the Vikings. And they've played well against the pass. Currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First catch here by St. Brown. Good for a first down. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Throwing, Duggan. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Patrick Jones from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Lions are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Out of his end zone, here comes Jalen Reagor. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Brian Branch with it. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Duggan will look to throw this. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got this to Williams, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Now a 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Hey, no, easy.
Cousins on 1st down. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. He was brought down by big Levi Onwuzurike.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson, 27 yards. And the Vikings get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they're trying to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Gibbs straight ahead. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he did not reel it in. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. K.J. Osborne deep for Minnesota. Pulled in at the 24. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and Julio Jones all alone. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 32 on the play.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
I do know from experience that if you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws.
Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Breida is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Cousins now on second down. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
On 2nd and 10, Duggan. Well, this is caught by Williams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Dugan. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing.
Gibbs gets popped and he loses the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers. Guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Second and 10.
Good route here.
To throw, Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Throwing, Cousins. That is caught. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To the air again, it's Cousins. That's down the field for Jefferson. That is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First down. Here's Cousins. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Cousins. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Will Harris. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it is, once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 21. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Play fake. Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. It's Brian Branch with it, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Duggan now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made.
And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jamison Williams with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Throwing is Cousins. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, look and repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A throw down the field, caught by his running back. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Duggan to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste a starting performance from these ace pass rushers.
They'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down. Now back with the Lions. Here's Riley Patterson on for the field goal. Patterson's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Here's Cousins. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Cousins. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a give coming right is Breida. Fighting his way through contact. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Matt Breida, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Duggan will look to throw this. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Duggan looking to throw. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's right. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Throwing. Duggan. Touchdown! Jamison Williams. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Patterson now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Cousins on 1st down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Oh, he sheds himself free. Still on his feet. He may go. Touchdown, Vikings. Matt Breida with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Vikings are back within a score.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
To throw is Duggan. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Duggan. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. On 1st down, here's Breida. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Matt Breida finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Vikings have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's 1st and 10. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. From the 27, Duggan. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Looking for Wright, and he finds him. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. These are the spots this stage of the game where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps and allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They've got 1 chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, something through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This is 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Here's 2nd down. He's back to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw is made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. And that's an important completion right there, because that's going to do it. With that last pass, he eclipses Peyton Manning's all-time mark of 5,477 pass. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's first down. Cousins to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.